Most people who say they want to start a business never actually do, and the ones who try often spend years pouring capital and energy into ideas that were structurally flawed from day one. They fall into one of three distinct traps. They blindly chase the latest tech trend without understanding the underlying mechanics, they try to copy an existing competitor's model, or they dive into complex industries they know absolutely nothing about. If you want your time and capital to actually yield a return, you have to stop guessing. You need a business idea that is built on logical alignment rather than a trend. That requires a strict three-step sequence. First, you audit your personal strengths to find a structural advantage. Next, you position your product to bypass direct competition entirely. Finally, you map out a data-driven blueprint before you ever launch. Building real wealth is an architectural process. It demands an exact alignment between your internal capabilities and what the market is actually willing to pay for. That brings us to stage one, the personal alignment equation. You need to locate the exact overlap between your skills, your passions, and market economics. The first variable on this diagram is capability. This means auditing your core strengths. If you build a company around what you are already highly skilled at, you operate on home turf. You give yourself an immediate, built-in advantage over competitors who are starting from scratch. The second variable is execution longevity. Building an enterprise demands long nights and relentless weekend hours. If you hate the daily operational friction of your industry, you will burn out. You need an obsession with the work to outlast the people who quit when it gets hard. Look at historical founders. Their obsessive energy for engineering and product design becomes a contagious competitive advantage that naturally attracts top-tier talent to their projects. The third variable is strict market monetization. You can possess talent and love doing it, but if you do not solve a verified, painful problem that consumers will actually pay to clear, you have a hobby. There must be a clear path to revenue. When you isolate the intersection of your skill, your endurance, and actual market demand, you stop operating like a gambler. You start building within your proven zone of competence. Even with internal alignment, you still have to navigate the external reality of competition. Most entrepreneurs get out-executed by existent players in what is known as a red ocean, a hyper-crowded, low-margin market where thousands of competitors fight over the same shrinking pool of customers. The alternative is a blue ocean strategy, shifting your industry parameters to create an uncontested market space where competition becomes irrelevant. Decades ago, traditional circuses were dying. Ticket prices hit rock bottom because every company offered the same commoditized animal shows and predictable clown routines. Then a dominant alternative emerged. They eliminated the expensive animal logistics, reduced the standard clowns, and heavily amplified high-end artistic storytelling. By shifting these inputs, they captured a high-value audience willing to pay premium prices for a hybrid of theater and acrobatics. To execute this shift in your own business, you must ask 4 analytical questions. What assumptions can you eliminate? What features can you reduce? What elements can you raise? What unique value can you create? By deliberately adjusting these 4 market inputs, a business creates a unique positioning that is difficult to replicate, allowing you to command higher margins and build a loyal audience. This brings us to stage 3, the lean canvas. Map your idea on this 9-block grid to replace operational guesswork with a validated blueprint. The foundation is the problem block. If you do not clear a verified consumer pain point, your machine cannot print revenue. Next is customer segments. Claiming your product is for everyone is the fastest route to bankruptcy. Sustainable businesses scale by locking down a highly specific micro-niche with an urgent shared need. Even the largest global social networks achieved their scale only after establishing deep traction inside a closed, restricted university campus. From there, you rapidly map the remaining mechanics. You define a simple solution, identify the direct distribution channels, calculate delivery costs to protect margins, and isolate the single key metric that actually drives growth. Forcing an idea through these 9 specific parameters strips away vanity data. It reveals whether your underlying structural logic can actually survive in the real world. Personal alignment, uncontested market positioning, and strict structural validation. Together, these form a complete formula for building an enterprise. But possessing a roadmap yields zero return without aggressive, real-world execution. Consuming theory only gets you to the starting line. Stop trading your time for scraps. Lock in your strategic edge. Map out your business architecture and start building today.